Merci beaucoup, Monsieur le Président. I join other delegations in thanking our today's briefers for their useful updates. I would also like to, in particular, pay sincere tribute to Sarah Loy for her dedicated service at the helm of UNMISS that I was privileged to witness while on mission to South Sudan on Council's last mission. In light of the information that we just heard, I would like to highlight the three main points. First, on the security situation. We're extremely concerned by the rapidly deteriorating security situation in South Sudan. As we just heard, violence is surging in Equatorias, Western Bahr el Ghazal, Upper Nile, and Unity states, where armed actors on all sides systematically target civilians, commit sexual violence and abuses, and other gross violations of human rights and international humanitarian law. As we just learned, and as we speak, while we speak here, fighting reportedly erupted in Unity states between military forces and fighters loyal to Riek Machar, killing at least 15 people. I am still worried that we cannot rule out even further escalation of violence once the rainy season ends this month. Ukraine also takes very seriously reports of growing ethnic tensions and spread of hate speech, hostility, and incitement to violence. In this regard, we believe that the visit by Special Advisor Dean to South Sudan was an extremely timely step. We support your proposals and ask you to continue monitoring the situation on the ground and keep this council fully updated. The worsening security climate has resulted in mass displacements with over 1 million South Sudanese having sought refuge in more safer regions of the country or in neighbors. Nearly half of the population requires constant humanitarian assistance. All this underlines an urgent need for an immediate cessation of hostilities and full implementation of the ceasefire. The guns have to be silenced. We cannot agree more with Sarah Loy. To this, I would only add that the guns have also to be prevented from flowing to South Sudan. In this slide, we are ready to work on the relevant proposal of the United States delegation. The continuous fighting suggests that the parties still hope to achieve their goals by military means, while it is clear that the political process is the only realistic way towards peace and stability of South Sudan. That is why we urge the parties to immediately resume the implementation of the peace agreement in good faith and without preconditions. This includes resumptions of participation of all parties in the work of the transitional government, promotion of confidence building, and reconciliation measures. At this critical time, it is very important that the United Nations, and in particular UNMISS, continue assisting the South Sudanese people. Over the past month, there has been some improvement in removing obstructions to the mission's ability to implement its mandate. Yet, many restrictions, in particular those of freedom of movement and humanitarian access, still remain. In this regard, we urge the transitional government to respect its commitments under the SOFA and fully implement relevant provisions of the joint communiqué of 5th of September this year agreed with the Council in Juba. Ukraine believes the deployment and operationalization of the RPF as envisaged in Resolution 2304 would help to stabilize South Sudan. We welcome the fact that the transitional government and the Secretariat have come to an agreement on the composition of the TCCs. In this respect, my delegation looks forward to the rapid conclusion of deployment preparations and arrival of the troops. It is also critical that the transitional government fully cooperate with UNMISS in the RPF operationalization. To sum it up, Mr. President, in our view, there are the following prerequisites for the stabilization of the situation in South Sudan: cessation of hostilities, resumption of the implementation of the peace agreement, removal of obstructions to UNMISS work, and deployment of the Regional Protection Force. Je vous remercie, Monsieur le Président.